Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news, folks, let's talk about a potential blockbuster move that's been buzzing around the NFL circles lately. The Cleveland Browns, currently sitting at 2-7 with a pretty hefty cap hit of about $19 million, are reportedly considering trading Denzel Ward, one of their top cornerbacks, to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And trust me, this isn't just some rumor. It's coming from reputable sources like Diana Rossini, who's been following the Browns' situation closely. The Browns are in a bit of a rebuild mode now, especially on offense, where they're focused on bolstering their line after allowing 32 sacks this season. To free up some cap space, specifically around $18 million to extend Deshaun Watson, they're eyeing a trade that could send Ward to the Steelers in exchange for a second-round pick in 2026 and a fourth-rounder in 2027. Now, why would the Steelers be interested in Denzel Ward? Well, look, our secondary has been pretty solid overall, but it's been banged up lately, especially with Porter Jr. missing 2 games due to that ankle injury. We all know how crucial it is to have a lockdown corner in the AFC North, especially with rivals like the Cleveland Browns and Cincinnati Bengals boasting talented receiving core. Ward, at just 26 years old, is exactly that kind of shutdown CB that can change the dynamics of a game. His profile is impressive. He's a player who, in 2025, has already recorded 9 games, with 26 total tackles, 1 interception, and 5 passes defensed. His career numbers are equally impressive, with 18 interceptions, over 283 solo tackles, 60 assists, and 4 Pro Bowl selections. His PFF grade is a solid 89.7, and he allows just about 52% completion when targeted, which is elite. His EPA per target sits at -0.32, showing his ability to neutralize big plays. If the Steelers manage to bring Ward into our fold, it would be a game changer. Think about it. His ability to neutralize top receivers like Jamar Chase or T. Higgins would give our defense a much-needed boost. Plus, his coverage skills, allowing just 0.8 yards per separation, are exactly what we need to tighten up against the AFC North's passing attacks. Remember Ward's minimal injuries this season. Just 1 game missed show his durability, and his success in tackling in the slot, 78%, indicates he's versatile enough to cover multiple receiver types. But why would the Browns be willing to part with such a key piece? Well, the main reason is that they're trying to free up some cash to build around Watson, who's their franchise QB. They're also prioritizing their offensive line, which has struggled mightily this year, 32 sacks allowed so far. With Cleveland looking to extend Watson, they need to clear some cap space, and moving Ward is one way to do that. It's a bold move, but it makes sense for their long-term rebuild plans. Now, let's talk about what this could mean for the Steelers if it actually happens. First, it would dramatically strengthen our secondary, transforming it into one of the league's most formidable units. We already have some talented players, but adding Ward would give us that elite cornerback who can lock down the opponent's best receiver game after game. His addition could cut down the yardage opponents gain through the air, projected to drop from around 7.2 yards per pass attempt to about 5.8. That, combined with an 18% increase in pass deflection rate from our current 12%, would make life so much harder for opposing offenses. And we all know how critical turnovers are in winning games. Ward's presence could push our interception numbers sky-high, possibly adding 5 more picks this season, while reducing big plays of 20-plus yards from about 15 per game down to just 8. That's a huge difference. Not to mention, his ability to cover receivers like Amari Cooper, who averages 1.8 yards of separation per route, would be a nightmare for our opponents. This would elevate our pass defense to a new level, giving us more opportunities to create turnovers and flip the field. On the other side, the impact on our run defense would also be noticeable. With Ward shutting down the passing game, opposing offenses might be forced to rely more on the run, which plays into our strengths. Our run defense has been solid, allowing just 3.9 yards per carry, and with Ward's coverage ability freeing up our pass rush, where T.J. Watt is already a sack machine with 9.5 sacks, we could see even more chaos for the opposition. Opponents would find it increasingly difficult to sustain drives, which would boost our defensive efficiency overall. Now, let's consider the potential playoff implications. Betting odds for the Steelers to reach the Super Bowl are currently around +2,500, but if Ward joins us, those odds could improve dramatically, maybe to +850 or even better. His ability to be an X-factor against the Chiefs' talented WRs, who have a coverage grade of 92, is significant. Ward's presence could be the difference in tight playoff games, especially in high-pressure situations where a shutdown corner can lock down the opponent's key playmakers. This move would also send a statement to the rest of the league. It signals that the Steelers are serious about not just competing, but making a real push for another Super Bowl. Our defense, already known for its aggressive front led by Watt, would become a fortress with Ward locking down one side of the field. That kind of stability and elite coverage is exactly what we need to elevate our championship chances in a league that's more competitive than ever. In terms of the broader AFC North landscape, this trade could shift the balance of power. Cleveland's defense would take a hit losing Ward, and the Bengals, with their explosive offense, would face an even tougher challenge. For us, it's about seizing the moment, strengthening the secondary, and making a bold statement that the Steelers are here to contend, no matter what. Of course, such a trade involves risk, especially with the Browns asking for a pretty high return, 2 draft picks in 2026 and 2027. But the potential payoff is enormous. A player like Ward could be the catalyst for our secondary to become a true strength, turning our defense into a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. It's a move that could define our season, potentially helping us secure more wins and a deeper playoff run, possibly even a Super Bowl appearance if everything clicks. In the end, the Steelers have always been about building a resilient, competitive team. This move, if it happens, would exemplify that philosophy. Bringing in a player of Ward's caliber, a true shutdown corner, would be a strategic masterstroke, especially considering our current needs and the division's offensive firepower. We've seen how elite coverage can turn the tide of a game, and having Ward in black and gold, that's the kind of addition that could push us over the top. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and TO, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. Remember, this is a league where every move counts, and the Steelers are always looking for ways to improve. Whether or not this trade happens, one thing is for sure. Pittsburgh is always in the hunt, always ready to make a statement. The potential addition of Denzel Ward could be just what we need to push us that extra mile, turning our defense into an impenetrable fortress and setting us up for a deep playoff run. Keep your eyes peeled, Steelers Nation, because if this move comes true, it might just be the start of something special.